Hey guys, it's M4J here, and welcome back to M4J Racing here on F1 2020. Last time out we had an oopsie in Texas, in that I started off quite well actually. I think, did I take the lead in that race? I think I did. And then it all went a little bit pear-shaped and ended up finishing, was it 8th? And then I had a 6-second penalty, so I ended up finishing 14th or something like that. I was out the points anyway. In fact, why am I guessing? I could find out. Season results. 14th, yes. So I finished 8th on track and then ended up coming 14th once the penalty was applied. We're currently, what's that, 7th in the driver's standings. We're behind Alex Albon and probably not going to catch him now because we've only got 3 races left. Mexico, Brazil and Abu Dhabi. Perez probably isn't going to catch us though. So I think we've got this place cemented, but I don't want to be, whoops, wrong button. I don't want to be too cocky right now. We are also 7th in the team standings, and that looks like that's going to be set in stone, because AlphaTauri are going to have a hell of a season ender. They're going to have to come 1st and 2nd in every single race just to stand a chance of catching us. In terms of corporate, I've just signed a new sponsorship deal with Neon here. Qualifying P4 or better, with a nice bonus of 414,000. It would be awesome if I could get all of these, because that's, let me just work it out, 1.3 million-ish just from these, which is really cool. Plus the weekly income from the main sponsor. There's a lot of good stuff here, but the car is starting to get a little bit knackered. The ICE is starting to wear out. So I think I'm going to have to take the hit this week, and then next week come back with a new ICE, although it's not really worth it with only 3 races left, is it? I don't know. I actually don't know.
What do you think of this one?
What was this one? Gearbox durability. Actually, that would be ICE durability I'm going to do. And I'm also going to do the gearbox. In fact, I might even do the turbo. How much of this can I get away with, basically? That's what I want to know. What have I got? 543 left. Can't quite afford it. I'm going to go with the MG UK, though, because that's something else I use quite a lot of during races. And yeah, that might help me out a little bit. Like, it's not going to improve the condition of the part, but it might help. Oh, right, that's what it's doing. It might help with the, like, the rate at which it goes, if that makes sense. I don't really know. Anyway, let's go to the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. That was terrible. I can, well, I used to be able to speak Spanish. I did do Spanish at GCSE level. Learned Spanish in 6 months, believe it or not. Because I did French and Spanish at GCSE. Not that I like to brag about it, because I don't really speak either language now. Certainly not very well. I've also got a very scratchy beard today, so apologies if you can hear me doing that. But yeah, no, I could speak a little bit of Spanish. I still know some words. You might hear me shout on delay quite a lot as we go around the track. I don't. Is that offensive? It's probably offensive. Speedy Gonzalez. Hey, Speedy Gonzalez, isn't it, on delay? I mean, it means to go fast, but, you know. Anyway, let's take my foot out of my mouth before I shoot myself through it. And have a look at the weather. So qualifying is going to be a little bit overcast, but no rain, it seems. And then the race itself, just a bit cloudy. Not bad. We're not going to catch any of the top 3 now. Pretty certain of that. In fact, how Hamilton hasn't already sewn up the Drivers' Championship, I do not know. In terms of the rivalry, it's currently 13-12. Charles did beat me pretty much on everything last week. He out-qualified me, he out-raced me. So he closed the gap significantly. But a good weekend here, and I might even... So I've got this race and then Brazil, so I might be able to solve the rivalry right here. Let's go to P1. I kind of remember Mexico. I know that you drive through the grandstand, which we saw just now. And I know there's a big area, in fact this big area, where Hamilton did his donuts a couple of years ago after winning the championship. So we'll see how well I do. I also want to talk about George Russell. I'm recording this episode just after P1 in Abu Dhabi.
Carl probably mentioned the new parts that have come in from the factory. Well, they're all fitted and good to go. I hope they do the trick.
Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, I feel really bad about what happened to George Russell, because that overtake on Bottas alone, he deserved to win the race just from that. But the fact that he got Bottas on the start, led the race for so long, and then lost the lead because of the pit stop fiasco. Got the lead back. I keep forgetting the timeline of events because so much happened in that race.
When you get a chance, make sure to run some of our practice programs. They don't all need to be done in one session, but there's valuable data there to help race strategy and car development.
Jeffrey, I am talking about important news here. What was I saying before I was so rudely interrupted? Yeah, I can't remember the exact timeline of events, but I know that he led the race and then he didn't lead the race on the... Oh, was it the safety... Yeah, it was the safety car restart. No, he led after that as well. What happened that made him not lead? It was the pit stop fiasco, wasn't it, with the tyres? And then he did that amazing overtake on Bottas and then he got the puncture. That's right, yeah. So he did it. He led the race twice almost.
If you want to know specific information or make certain changes to the car during a pit stop, you can tell me what you want over the radio. Press and hold the radio button to activate the system, and you can either speak the command or select it manually from the radio screen that will appear on the multifunction display. While the radio is active, cycle through command groups with the MFD button.
For Christ's sake, Jeff. Anyway, again, he did so well to come back twice in that race, and then the puncture just killed off his chances. And even then, he started to storm up the grid again and ended up finishing in the points. So he got fastest lap, and he also got 2 points for the finishing in 9th. So he's got 3 points now. He did so well. I'm almost... this sounds bad, slightly unpopular opinion. I love Hamilton. I'm very proud to be from almost the same town as Hamilton. I'm from just down the road.
There's a few cars out on track. Perhaps we should get out there before it gets busy.
Shut up, Jeff! Oh, trying to talk. I love Hamilton, but I kind of wish Russell had another chance this weekend, because I genuinely feel like he'd win. But I kind of theorised with my brother the other day the idea of a driver swap between Bottas and Russell. So Russell goes to Mercedes next year and Bottas goes back to Williams. And they were actually talking about that during P1 today. So I don't see it happening. I don't think Bottas would let it happen. But quite interesting that I kind of said a what-if scenario, and then they did actually say this might happen. I didn't think Russell would have got the drive last week, to be honest. So anything can happen in F1 these days.
Try to take it easy for a couple of laps.
Alright, here we go. Pit crew looking very active as usual. Coming out behind, I think that's Sainz. I didn't see a yellow T-bar. Oh, it spits us out on a straight for a change. That's nice. Right, I say this every week. I feel a bit out of practice right now, and I don't know this track very well. So your guess is as good as mine. I mean, that would have been an insta-fail. If I drive into the back of the McLaren, that's a uber fail. Oh my goodness. I'm very, very tempted to save up enough money to get George Russell as my teammate next year. I don't think it will improve the team necessarily, but I don't know. After what I saw in Bahrain, especially as Cavier, I think he deserves it. You know, he deserves to drive for a top team like M4J Racing. But I do feel bad for Aitken as well, because he's just been binned from F1 entirely this weekend. And how about that, by the way? Russell gets the step up to Mercedes, and who replaces him? None other than my teammate. Good old Jack Aitken. Alright, here we go. How many laps start with a DRS detection zone? That's a new one.
DRS zone is coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
Nice, nice. Slow and steady wins the race and all that. Oh, that's not fair. I tapped the brakes slightly just to slow down a bit early for that corner. Okay, that's a brave zone. Coming in hot. Oof. I don't actually know how I got away with that. Probably the same way I got away with that one.
That's looking good. Now let's try for purple. You'll get a bonus for consistency if you can chain good corners together.
Well, literally, the only corner I missed there was the one where I tapped the brake. That's really unfair. However, I do feel quite positive about this weekend now then. It's alright, something will go wrong, like the engine will break or the steering wheel will come off, something like that. Alright, speed section. Oh, I've missed it. Oh, I've missed it. Oh, I've really missed it. I completely forgot where the track went then. Oh, that's a fail to, is it? Okay. Oh, I've done it again. I've absolutely done it again. I got Ferrari right up my arse. Hello, Sebastian.
Final lap. This is the final lap of the program.
That was a terrible lap. I just want to put that on the record now. It started off really well, ended absolutely terribly. Come on, come on. Yes, good exit. Oh no, why? How's that a fail? I did nothing wrong. Stupid game.
That's the program complete. This is some decent data, although far from optimal. It could still be worth running again.
That, by the way, was such a good lap. That one corner where I didn't miss the gate, all I did was brake. That's literally all I did there was brake. Box this lap.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
I've also earned a little bit of a change of strategy for how I do these practices now. Is this Ferrari going to go past? Nope, the Ferrari's going to hit me. That was entirely my fault there. I pulled over at the wrong side of the track. I always leave my qualifying and race pace till the Saturday session, P3. But actually, as I saw in Bahrain last week and the week before, a lot of people are actually doing it during P2, and it makes more sense.
Come in this lap, please. Box this lap.
Particularly at race weekends where you're doing night races, like in Bahrain. P2 is actually the same time of day that qualifying takes place, and also with the race. So it makes more sense to do it then, rather than in P3, which is the early morning. As we come into the pits there. What damage did Sebastian do to my car? That's the big question right now. What did he do?
When driving with the pit assist disabled, you'll need to be mindful of your speed when entering the pit lane. If you hit the limiter line too fast, you'll pick up a penalty. Watch the on-screen prompts that show your target speed and distance to the limiter line.
That was a pretty good session, mind. I don't mind that too much. It wasn't the worst. What do you reckon? Tyre management next? Fuel management? Something like that? Look at all those purples. A few greens towards the end. It's a bit tricky there. Look at all those purples and then that one red because I tapped the brake too soon.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 21.4.
Where's Jack? He is out. Let's have a look. Oh, you don't slow down there, son. He brakes too early. I think that's his problem. He actually brakes too early. Or I brake too late. I mean, I'm the Ricardo school of late braking. I can't think of someone who brakes early. Who brakes at Albon, maybe? Does he brake early? Actually, Albon's really good at overtaking.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
I'm in the garage, Jeff. Albon's a really good overtaker. That's what I was trying to say there. So it's a bit cruel to say he's an early braker. Because actually, the move that Russell did on Bottas that everyone's praising him for, Albon did one very similar early in the season. In fact, Lando did one very similar early in the season as well. 9th! Mr. Aitken. But is he the last place? Yes, he is. Let's do a little bit of time speed. There we go. Now let's go out and do some tyre management, shall we? And we'll do flying laps, see where that spits us out. It's probably going to be just before the really tight hairpin in the grandstand section, isn't it? Oh no,
This test is all about tyre management. Try to control the slip through each corner and take extra care putting the power down at the apex.
Towards the old DRS zone is where it does it, okay. I kind of like this little technical section here. I don't drive it very well, but I'm a fan of it. Let's get some of this battery depleted back, shall we? Build up a massive lead here. And I should be able to get around here with minimal tyre degradation. Oh, that wasn't very good. Scratchy head. That's why you build up a time advantage, in case you need to scratch your forehead during the session. Probably shouldn't ride those curves as much as I am. Oh god. Definitely shouldn't ride that curve as much as I was. That's why you build up a lead. That's why you build up a lead. Just in case you forget to brake on one of the corners. Little love tap there on the wall. That was terrible.
We need to pick up the pace. We're not hitting our target. We'll need to rerun the program if we don't get the time delta back in the green.
I mean, that was actually terrible. That all fell apart when I started scratching my head. This bit kind of reminds me of the last little chicane at Silverstone. I don't know if they're related in any way, whether one was inspired by the other. Round and round we go. There we go. And away. There we go. What a difference it makes when you actually remember to turn the corner. Boom.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
I'm just going to return to garage. Don't know why I'm faffing around. That was a much better one. Much better run indeed. You can see what the tyre wear was. I still haven't, like those first chicane, I don't even know what you call them, the speed corners. First time I did them, I aced them. Second time I did them, meh. Third time, not so good. And then it all fell apart from there. But I did alright. I did alright. Can't complain. What are my objectives at the moment? Fast Sector 1, Fast Sector 2, Fast Sector 3. Complete a full lap using minimal fuel. And complete a lap with at least 2 different car setups. So let's go with a different setup.
I know it's tempting to focus entirely on the race, but we should put a bit of time aside to run the qualifying sim program. Try to run it before the end of FP3 if you can.
I'll do flying lap. Now, I don't know if I should be testing the battery on a higher downforce car, because they're kind of counterintuitive to one another. I kind of need the battery to make up for the lack of speed. I say, where are the lights?
In this program, we're looking at ERS management. This is all about managing your battery efficiently throughout the lap to hit your target time. The overtake button will drain the battery quickly, but it will also give you maximum power.
The good news is I can go absolutely loopy with the tyres now. Just not use the battery. Here we go. Get that wing open. And away. Currently I'm a second up on the Delta. That was a massive corner cut if ever I saw one. And that. Surprised I got away with that, to be honest. Way in the purple, 1.6 up. Or down. Is it down on the Delta or up on the Delta? Under the Delta. Let's just go with that, shall we? There used to be a bollard on that corner and now there isn't. And we have nailed it.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
I actually preferred the car setup there, to be honest. With the slightly higher downforce. It feels a bit more like I'm gaining time through there. I might lose a little bit during the DRS zones. just me trying to beat my personal time
There's
now.
3 laps of fuel remaining.
Little dab of the brake there, just to get a good line through here. Is that Checo in front of me? It would be cool on the radar if, as well as having like the circle to say the colour of the team, if they also had a little yellow dash to indicate whether it's primary or secondary driver.
120.2.
Heck yeah. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Right. I'm ready to do qualifying. Oops. Ready to do qualifying sim. Sorry, not qualifying. So I can speed through this now. End of P1. Bosh. I'm starting to think, what the hell am I going to do in P3 now, though?
It's time to remind ourselves of our top 3, who are the owner-driver, Vettel and Max Verstappen. What an incredible practice session. The fun doesn't stop here, though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds.
Jack 19th. Not great. Not great. Alright, P2. Here we come.
Good day
Claire
today.
first.
Let's have your take on it. Let's talk about another team. How do you feel they did today?
They did do well. Vettel was second fastest.
You left a lot of paint on the walls today. Were you struggling for grip, or did you just misjudge some corners?
Did you hear the sass in her voice then? Meow. I kind of tapped the wall slightly. I didn't suddenly didn't even have any paint on it. It was the wheel.
Your time.
It was the wheel that hit it, Claire. You must know the sound of rubber on cement. Concrete, actually, not cement. Dipstick. Alright, P1 done, dusted, ticked. Now let's go slaloming into P2. I think I might do qualifying and race pace here. Because both of them, again, time of day. You race in the afternoon or the late morning or early evening, wherever you are in the world. Look at all that purple. I'm absolutely gutted. Literally that one corner. And then it all went wrong in the green section as well. But that one corner. Flying lap. We'll be one of the first ones out on track. We'll get some nice clean air. And some nice track evolution, I hope. From this morning's session.
Okay, this is a quali sim. We've estimated the times our closest rivals will be doing, so that's what we need to beat.
Car feels a bit sluggish, actually. Alright, well, here we go. Oh, I braked too early and then I stopped braking for too long. A little bit of a drift on there. Come on, stay green, please. God, I don't know if my whoa, I don't know if my car's still set up for a downforce or not. It feels very off right now. Fast sector 2, not a very fast sector 1.
Program complete, program complete. These results will do, or
Target
you could definitely
17,
do better. Consider giving
15.
it another shot.
Yeah, that wasn't very good, was it? We'll retry that.
Don't worry about tyres, just give it everything. In this test, we want to make sure we can lap close to our rival's pace.
Jeff, as I tell you every week, I never worry about tyres. Whoa, that was a bit of oversteer. That really doesn't feel right. Okay, here goes. I'm very offline at the start there, but managed to somehow recover. Pressed the DRS button too early. Dolt. No, that was awful. The car just didn't feel like it wanted to slow down there.
Okay, this is a quali sim. We've estimated the times our closest rivals will be doing, so that's what we need to beat.
Is that on 65 now? Yep. One of the first things I do when I get a steering wheel is setting up presets. So I don't have to keep changing the brake bias. Why it doesn't set that up for me automatically, I don't know. Or if there's an option to like get it and save it. I suppose there is, kind of. There's custom setup. But I think even that changes each race. Oh, the brakes just didn't want to work. There goes all my time. Now I'm red. Now I'm green. I'm like a broken traffic light. I would love to be able to overtake someone during that section, but that's just a wreck waiting to happen, isn't it? This isn't going to be fast enough. I think this is actually worse.
Practice program over. That's
Target
all we need for
17.
now. Return to the garage pronto.
15th again, yeah. I'm just going in the garage. Gonna go in the garage, cry, and then do race pace. Race strategy, sorry. And then I'll do my one lap on... In fact, I could do my one lap on low fuel while I'm doing this. Might do that first, if it lets me.
Give us some consistent laps, please. We're looking for good data that we can work
Yeah, I'm
into
going
the
to do
race
my
strategy.
lean mix first. Hopefully still set a green delta. And then switch back. Why am I always stuck behind someone? Excuse me, coughing. Let's get that wing open. Now my car feels really grippy again. What did they change for the qualifying? Did they go for top speed and not downforce maybe? Change the aero? Yeah, I'm sure my braking points are the same, and yet suddenly it's gripping now where it wasn't before. Whoa! And the car's heavier as well, which it just proved there. So you'd expect it to throw itself around a bit more, but it's not. I'm not carrying as much speed because I'm on lean, but that shouldn't make that much of a difference either. Got a bit of a tank slapper there. Is this racing point going to get out of my way, or am I not really causing it enough issues right now? Are you Perez? No, you're Stroll. That's fine. I can hit you without the crowd booing me then. A lot of people
Great lap.
talking
You've
about
nailed what we asked
Perez
for. Keep it up.
and winning in Sakir. I am not a huge fan of Perez, to be honest. Unpopular opinion, I think he's the only driver on the grid that I actively dislike. And I only really dislike him because of what I feel he did to Ocon when they were at Force India together. He basically just crashed into him enough that when it came time to decide who stays on and who leaves, Perez was the obvious choice, because Ocon was the one who kept retiring from races. But Perez was very clever in what he did. Almost to the point that I admire him for that, but at the same time I think he is a bit of a D-bag. On the track at least. Off the track he seems like a nice guy. All F1 drivers are though, aren't they? They're absolute bellends on the track, but as soon as you get them off the track, they want to buy you a drink, they want to show you their family dog, they want to adopt you, you know. Can you please get out of my way? You might not be racing right now, but I am. I think the only reason Perez is being a good teammate to Stroll is because his dad owns the team.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Which again is an unpopular opinion, I know. But I'm just not his biggest fan. I think he needs a year away, to be honest. I don't want Albon to lose his seat just so Perez can start crashing into Max instead. There's no way Perez is going to be happy being a secondary driver. And there's no way Verstappen's going to be happy stepping aside to let Perez take over. So I think that's going to cause more problems than it solves for Red Bull. It's not like Bottas and Hamilton where there's a clear hierarchy. You know, they've won... Perez has now won a race in his career, but in terms of podiums and stuff, they're probably about even still. And they're certainly even in terms of world championships. By the way, look at my delta right now. 2.8 seconds. 2.9
Great
seconds.
lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
4 tenths faster than the 7 times world champion. Let's get that extra data for Carl to enjoy. And in no way have late nights in the office just staring at whilst cross-eyed. He's not going to be going cross-eyed at that data. He's going to be thumping the desk at that data. I'd love to see my... I don't know if you guys have seen the game Teardown, but at the end of every mission it has like a line that tracks where you went during the run. I'd love to see my line on that set of corners there. How it goes like right off to the right and then veers to the left. That curb. I can predict it now. I'm going to spin there at least once this weekend. Hopefully not during the race.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
God, the engine does not sound happy being in rich mode all that time. That's probably why I'm wrecking my engine right now, to be honest. Mind you, this is a practice engine, so I can do what I like to this. I like this track. I do like this track. It's a nice track. It's got some nice challenging sections. If I can learn how to nail this bit, I'll be very happy. See what I mean? If I could just learn how to nail that bit. I mean, look at my delta right now. It's so far below what's expected. Just coast around that corner. Boom!
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Let's just have a little relax, unwind. Box this lap. Box this lap.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
That was not a good set of corners there. That was George Russell at Imola-esque weaving there as well. That would not have gone down well. I'm trying to think in recent years, has there been anyone who's like binned it on their cooldown lap during qualifying or practice? Normally it's when you're on the hot lap and your tyres aren't quite there.
You're nearly out of fuel, almost out of fuel. You need to pit within the next 2 laps. Come in this
Jeff,
lap, please.
I'm fine.
Box this lap.
Call your jets, Jeff. And vroom. P on the gear there. That should really mean park, shouldn't it? Not pit. And park. N for park. Alright, we'll see how long we've got left in P2. That was a couple of good practice sessions, though. I think I've done all the team objectives now. Got a very, very happy team. I might switch the aero back to balanced.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 18.9.
Like that. And then go... customize and then switch the brake. Yeah. Why are you doing that? There we go. And now, done. Right. Am I going to go back out on track? Oh, I do need to do a fast sector 3 still. So I guess I'm going back in for the quali. And also, I need to make this purple, really, if I can. Now I've got my more balanced setup, it might be a bit easier. Look how much smoother my driving is compared to the AI. Like, I'm not saying my method is better as such, but if you look at... I do quite smooth movements, whereas the AI, not just me, but everyone else on the grid, they do all these like really jerky movements with the wheel, which is what the drivers do in real life as well, to be fair. Because I'm driving with a thumbstick right now, and they drive with an actual steering wheel. Okay, not a bad start. Half a second down. I still don't know, is it down or up? I'm going to keep saying down, even though I think it's wrong. Good stuff. Alright, let's get through the tricky bit. Oh, that felt a lot grippier. How come I'm suddenly nailing that section? I cut some corners a little bit, but... I am now sort of stuck behind the Williams. Oh, thank you. I got a nice bit of toe there, though, I suppose.
Okay,
boom!
Complete and
Target 13.
Good job indeed. We got a lot lot of valuable information out of that.
First, thank you very much. Good night, Vienna. Right, let's see where I am on Sector 3. It felt like a fast sector. Are you joking? Alright, I'm not trying that again. Stuff that. Alright, I think that'll do for P2 and also this episode. Let's fast forward. Oh, let's have a quick look where Mr. Aitken is. Oh, Jack. Why are you out on mediums? Where's your quali sim? Look how early he breaks into that corner. Oh, I can't watch. I cannot watch. You have to send it, man. I am going to start saving up money now. I'm not going to develop any more of the factory. I'm just going to save up for a teammate. Because if we can get more sponsor money next year from a better teammate, that surely is worth more right now than having a slightly better simulator.
And with all the cars now over the line, let's see our top three again. The owner-driver, Bottas, and Esteban Ocon. And if today's practice is anything to go by, we're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula One.
Ocon suddenly found the accelerator. That's good. Oh, Jack, 4 seconds down. Not good. I'm going to give him a cattle prod up the arse, ready for tomorrow. We're going to come back. We're going to do P3, which is mostly just going to be me doing laps. I might have one more go at the quali, just to try and get that fastest third sector. And then we're going to head into quali itself. So until then, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you enjoyed the series, drop some comments down below with ideas, feedback, all that good stuff. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you guys for your continued support, and until next time, I will see you soon.